Who Dat Nation, what's going on? Will Scott with you here talking about some OTA winners and losers on Saints. Now, shortly we're going to be joined by producer Trace Girouard, breaking down 3 winners, 3 losers from Saints OTAs, and the first round of those OTAs have officially wrapped up. There's going to be 2 more, May 31st through June 2nd, so we're currently in that phase, and then June 7th and 10th, and certainly a lot of positive takeaways thus far from Saints OTAs. And let's keep the good vibes rolling here on Saints Now. So eat that W. Come on, Saints fans. Type eat that W. Let's like that in the chat. Shout out our guy Jameis. We're going to be eating plenty of W's this year, I think, on Saints Now. Should be a fun season for the Saints. Talking about Jameis, he is our first OTA winner. And Jameis was seen actively participating in OTAs just 7 months after his ACL tear. So that's what makes him a winner of OTAs. His progression has gone even better than expected. Coming off of that ACL tear back in Week 7 last season, he's going to be ready to rock and roll come preseason. So that's great to see him really being a full participant in OTAs. Just 7 months after tearing that ACL. And here's what Jameis said about Chris Olave, his new wide receiver. He's as smooth as the other side of the pillow. Shout out to the late, great Stuart Scott. Here's what Jameis said about his mindset this offseason. And he says, I kind of like that back against the wall mentality. It's being in the dungeon by yourself and just coming out of it when you're ready. When you're ready to declare to this world that you've been doing the work in silence, and you do that with actions. Real G's move in silence like lasagna, says Jameis Winston. If you are excited to watch Jameis Winston this season, then share this video on Twitter right now. So here's what you got to do. You're going to click the share button below this video, select the Twitter icon, and then tag at Trace Girouard48. T-Money, our producer here, so tag Trace, and then use eat that W, and then click tweet. So eat that W, hashtag, click tweet. Share this video. We would certainly appreciate it. The first 5 people to do that going to get a shout out on a future show. Honey Badger don't care. He is our second OTA winner, one of the newest members of the New Orleans Saints, and it's so great to see Tyrann Mathieu in a Saints jersey. He's been balling out at OTAs, Trace. He's going to be balling out throughout this season.
Yeah, man, I couldn't agree more. I really have been impressed with how Tyrann Mathieu has really established himself as a leader. I mean, obviously, based on the notes here, Nick Underhill, he was talking on his podcast and on his website about how he's really been wasting zero time getting involved and, actively getting communication going, actively reaching out with some of the younger guys and working with them and, letting the defense around him know how he operates, how he works and stuff, being the centerpiece and that, or not the centerpiece, excuse me, but being the leader and being the anchor of the defense as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, everywhere Tyrann has been, he has been a leader on that defense, right? Arizona, then Houston, Kansas City won a Super Bowl there, and hasn't even played a snap for the Saints yet, already has emerged as a leader on this team, which is certainly not a surprise.
Yeah, and I mean, what else would you expect? I mean, even back in his days in Houston and in Arizona, in Kansas City, all of those teams, he was the defensive leader that we all knew he could be. And one of the cool things that I really liked about this Tyrann Mathieu move is when he first got signed, he said that he wanted to wait to come here. He always knew he wanted to come to New Orleans.
Dream growing up to play for the Saints.
And he was talking about going up and down Canal Street after the Super Bowl, after the Super Bowl win and stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really neat and everything, but it's one of those things that he waited until he was mature enough in his football career and he had the skill set to be the leader he wanted to for his hometown team, which is why I admire this move so much more than I initially thought I would.
Yeah, and so Tyrann Mathieu, one of our winners from OTAs, and check them out here. Oh, am I dreaming, Trace? Dude, am I dreaming? Tyrann Mathieu is home, back in the great state of Louisiana. This looks fresh.
I saw this and started crying, man. It really brought a tear to my eye. It was so beautiful. It's so pretty.
So go ahead and rate the picture. 1 to 100. Scale it down in the comments section. I'm giving this like 1,000 out of 100. This is fire. This is fresh as hell. Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, back home, repping the Saints at OTAs. He's one of our winners from OTAs, as well as, drumroll please, got Mike Thomas is one of our winners from OTAs. And the reason is Mike Thomas is looking swole, man. And obviously he's been involved in some rumors. Could the Saints move him? I don't think that's going to happen. I think Michael Thomas is here to stay. And we saw this on the IG. He's looking good, man. He's looking good. He's going to be back fully healthy. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know his workout regimen. But Mike Thomas, throw that my way, man. Any protein shakes you're doing, what's your workout? Like, I need it, bro. Obviously, I have some work to do. Michael Thomas, not clear to participate yet. Now, the plan is to have him ready for training camp, right? So we're not going to really see him participate in OTAs, but he should be ready to go for training camp. Already working with his new teammate, Chris Olave. Here's what the head coach said about him. I think he's doing well in his rehab, says Dennis Allen. He's not ready yet, but he's here. He's rehabbing. He's getting himself better, and we're certainly anxious to get him out here. And that's not new information, right? We've known the rehab is going well. We've known that he's going to be ready, should be ready, by training camp, and is obviously going to be fully healthy for the start of the season. Trace, tell the people here on Saints Now why they should subscribe to the #1 Saints channel on the YouTube.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you guys for 7K. We finally did it. We beat Falcons to it. I said we were going to do it.
They blew a 28-3 lead, man.
Yeah, and then they also blew a 1,000-plus sub lead. So, which one's worse? I don't know. But guys, please subscribe. We do news, rumors, updates, OTA coverage, minicamp coverage, all of it all year round. And even during the season, we have a lot of fun stuff going on. We do game day, post-game recaps, previews. We do news and rumors throughout the season. Maybe we could even get some live stuff going on, like our Red Zone. If we get to like 10K subs, I don't know, maybe a live show. Bosses is watching it. Here's my proposal. So, guys, hit the sub button, and let's give them a reason that we have to have a live show. Guys? Come on.
Let's make it happen. Hit that big red sub button. More subs we get here on Saints Now, the more Saints content you get. Now getting into our losers from OTAs, and that's going to be Marcus May, our first loser. And the reason is because he's not participating at OTAs. He's there. He's just not participating, coming off of an Achilles injury, and that's in addition to some of the legal issues that stem from his time with the New York Jets. Had a DUI up in New York, so that's something that he's obviously has that he's dealing with, and now the Achilles injury as well, something he's recovering from. So he's not at OTA, or he is at OTAs. He's just not participating at the moment. Taysom Hill, somebody else that we have as a loser, and reason for that is because of how impressive Lucas Kroll has been. I mean, Taysom Hill, he came in to this offseason pivoting to the tight end role, just playing tight end, not going to really have any impact at the quarterback position or anywhere else on this team. He was going to be exclusively a tight end. But now you have Lucas Kroll playing so well. What's the situation now? You have Taysom Hill as the number 2 tight end, but Lucas Kroll, we've talked about him time and time again. Heck, he might pass, I don't know, maybe Nick Vannett is the number 3 tight end. I'm not saying right away, but throughout the season maybe, and then Taysom Hill right in front of him if he can do that. So Taysom Hill not present for OTAs, and maybe for that reason, Lucas Kroll can climb up this depth chart pretty quickly. From all accounts, he has been extremely impressive. Yes, he's an undrafted free agent, but really when you get to OTAs, when you get to training camp, nobody gives a crap if you were drafted or an undrafted free agent. All that matters is how you perform. Lucas Kroll has been one of the top performers from OTAs thus far. Are you excited to watch Lucas Kroll this season? Type Y for yes or type N for no down in the comments section. let us know if you're excited to watch the Saints' undrafted tight end. Number 3 loser from OTAs, and that's Mark Ingram. And Mark Ingram, much like Marcus May, not in attendance, he's not playing, and he's not in attendance. So Ingram not in attendance for OTAs. So OTAs are voluntary. There's no need to freak out. It's not that big of a deal. Minicamp, mandatory minicamp's really the only thing that you're contractually obligated to be at. So it's not a big deal. Don't freak out. And you have to assume that if Alvin Kamara gets suspended, Mark Ingram is going to get the majority of the snaps early in the season, which personally, because of his age, I have mixed feelings about. I don't know about it. They might try to trade for running back if Kamara gets suspended. Here's what Jeff Nowak said. Dennis Allen says he's had communication with all of his players who weren't in attendance today, and none were problematic. OTAs are voluntary. So look, Mark Ingram has proven himself as a quality running back in this offense. He's been on the Saints, obviously, for a long time outside of those stints he had. So Mark Ingram, a leader on this team, I'm okay with him doing what he wants. Let's get into this next thing. We got a mailbag coming up. So use hashtag Saints to get your questions featured on the show, and you can send a super thanks to guarantee your spot. So that little super thanks icon below this video, click on that to get your super thanks in. You're going to get a spot in our mailbag video if you super thanks your question. This has been Will Scott and Trace Girouard with Saints Now. Talk to you again soon.